So let's start by please telling me your name and a little bit about what you do.
Okay, my name's Avery Groves, and I'm a jeweler making high-end gold jewelry with expensive stones in it.
And how long have you been doing that?
Oh, I lost count 25 years ago, at least that much.
And what got you started?
I was in a commune a long time ago, and I was taught basic jewelry techniques by a chap in a commune. And then when I came to America, I got a job with a local goldsmith who finished me off and taught me the rest of the stuff that I know. And I worked with him part-time, and then I part-time on my own, and then I went completely on my own about 25 years ago.
So tell me about how you developed your style of jewelry.
Well, that's easy. I can't draw to save myself. When I draw, it's stick figures, so I can't sit down with a piece of paper and sketch out a piece of jewelry. I just can't do that free-form idea. So somehow or other, I was always fascinated by gemstones and the variety and the quality of them all, and it's a science all of its own. So I became interested in those, and then because of the fellow that taught me, I only do bezel setting, which is different from prong setting. You know, most jewelry, like engagement rings and things, all have 4 or 6 prongs holding the stones in. They break off all the time, and stones drop out and things like that. So it didn't appeal to me. So because the stones are the feature of my work, I tried to frame them, and that's what bezel setting is, putting gold all the way around the whole stone, so it's in a box. And somehow it has the ability to feature the stone a lot more intelligently for me. So that's how I started my style, because it seemed that everybody who sees my work, the first reaction they seem to have is that it's simple. It's elegant, but not complicated. It's not full of lots of little bits and pieces. And somehow or other, because I couldn't draw, and the fact that I just kept on doing it like a high quality craftsman, my style just developed out of that. And as far as I know, nobody else does that. So that's how it happened. Not because of any great skill, but because I couldn't draw, basically.
What inspires your work? Where do you get your stones and your materials, and what is the process?
Well, the process is that you open an account with a gold refiner. The nearest one to me is in Richmond, and so whenever I have credit there, and whenever I need certain pieces of gold, I hand fabricate all my stuff. I don't do any casting. Do you understand what the difference?
I'd love to know more.
Okay, well, when you make a cut, if you have 10 stones all exactly the same size, then you can make a model for that ring or whatever it is you're going to make, and you make it out of wax, and you carve it and get it exactly how you want it. And when you've got it how you want it, you can then transfer that wax into metal through molding. So you make a mold of the wax, and then put in, it's a long complicated process, but you can either do it yourself if you have the equipment, or you can send it out, and then you can get back 10 of the exact same thing, right? And because the stones are all exactly the same size, all of those stones will fit into any one of those rings. And that's a way to get your costs down, because you can make multiple copies of the same thing. I don't do that. I just make one of everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how my styles kind of...
So what kind of pieces do you do?
I do rings, pendants, earrings, brooches sometimes, necklaces, the usual things that people have. They're always in 14 karat gold. I don't like working in silver. And because of the prices when I started, the price of gold was $300 an ounce, and now, last check, I think it was around about $1,600 an ounce. So a lot of people that were making gold jewelry couldn't afford the materials anymore, so they kind of concentrated more on silver. I've just never been comfortable with silver. It's a totally different material and it handles differently, and I don't really have a lot of skill in the silver department. But I mean, I could adapt to it if I had to, but it just doesn't appeal to me. I'd rather not do it than do it in silver. And because the stones are high quality stones and expensive, I think they justify gold to support them.
Mm-hmm. So is there a favorite piece that you've worked on or that you're working on now?
I can't work on anything now. My studio's been closed down.
Oh no.
So, but I did do, I think like 14 or 15 new pieces over the winter, because I only do shows in up and down the East Coast, art fairs and museums and things like that. That's how I sell my work. I don't have a shop. So all of those have been cancelled as well, including this one, which is a real shame, because I usually have 3 shows back to back in May, and that'll make a huge difference to me this year.
Can you tell me about an amazing moment or experience that you've had as an artist?
Wow. I guess it's been more like an internal thing. Everything was wonderful before the crash. I couldn't make the jewelry fast enough, and because I do it one at a time, you can't go any faster than you can go. And I was always selling all the stuff that I had, and there was a feeling of abundance in the country. Everybody felt that they were doing well. Their houses were all accruing in great value, and credit was everywhere. And people, if they wanted something, they always felt that they seemed to feel that they could indulge themselves without any question. And after the crash, that completely changed. Obviously, the last thing that people need in a financial crisis is a piece of jewelry. So business was terrible after that. And I would say that in the last couple of years, it started to pick up again a little bit. And then last year was a good year for me. A long period of difficulty until the market came back again. And during that time, I noticed that I had a lot of anxiety going to shows. Was I going to make enough to make my next payments and things like that? Because in the spring, there's a huge amount. I do like 20 shows a year, and each one of them costs a lot of money, and they all want to be paid months ahead. And I haven't taken any money since Christmas because I don't work in the winter, at selling. So there was a real problem there, and there was a sense of anxiety in me, I noticed. And then one day, I think it was actually at this show, I just decided to let go of all my angst about the whole thing and just be happy and enjoy what I was doing. And if I sold things, fine. And if I didn't, that was fine. And somehow that whole attitude completely changed everything, and I had the best show I've ever had here. It was amazing.
That's wonderful.
So I'm kind of trying to adopt that process permanently now. I'm trying to trust more in existence instead of trying to force my way through things. I'm not really wanting to be the most famous jeweler in the world. I'm just trying to do what I like to do and make a living at it.
Is there anything you'd like to say to your patrons that you usually see at the Spring Festival?
Yeah, I miss them. I miss my customers here. I've been coming here a long time. I've lived in the area for a long time. And somehow I've developed a very deep connection with many of my customers who come to see what my latest creations are and see if there's anything they like. And I wish them all well. I hope that they all make it through all this as the rest of us. And if they are totally bored and still want to look at jewelry, they can go on my website. I'd be very happy to take care of it. AveryGrowesJewelry.com. And as a matter of fact, because I've been stuck at home, my website is at its best it's ever been. I've managed to get it up to date. And then it's accurate now.
Wonderful. We hope they go there too, and that they check us out in the virtual festival.
I hope so. It's a great idea.
Thanks.
People really need something to help pull themselves back together again. We're all fragmented through this whole process.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for being a part of it and for taking the time to share with me about your work.
Sure.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for the offer.